Hello and welcome to CKE 10,001's gaming channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my avatar, The Last Airbender, Weiss Schwarz deck profile. So I'm running the Toph level 1 combo and Azula standby finisher combo. So I'm running 4 copies of the level 0 Sokka. Sokka offering different perspectives. When this card is placed on stage from your hand or put into a waiting room from the stage, you can pay 1 stock, put 1 avatar character from the waiting room at the bottom of your clock. If you do, search your deck for 1 cost 0 or lower World of Avatar character with level equal to or lower than your level and put it on any position of your stage and then shuffle your deck. So it's a spawn Ricky that can be triggered off by triggering standbys and crushing Sokka in the back row, or even in the front row if it already attacked. So you get an additional attack with that Sokka. 4 copies of Aang attacking with water. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you reveal top 3 cards, and then if the number of colors among those cards is 3 or more, you can choose 1 card from among them and put it in your hand. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may choose the bottom card of your clock and 1 avatar character in your waiting room and exchange them. 2 copies of Aang, the last avatar. When this card attacks, if all your characters are avatar, you can choose one of your characters and that character gets plus 2,000 power. And when your other World of Avatar character is frontal attack, you can pay 1, put this in your waiting room, and bounce it back to hand. So you can use it to save your Toph level 1. This Momo is a climax swapper and shuffle back 2 to get 1 soul. Running 2 different brainstormers. One of the Toph brainstormer. When you use an act, you can look at the top card of your deck and put it at top or bottom, and it is a salvage brainstormer. And then 2 copies of the My Betrayal brainstormer. You can resonate. At the beginning of your climax phase, you may resonate. If you do, choose 2 of your World Avatar characters. Those characters get plus 500 power. And it's a brainstormer that searches your deck. 2 copies of Ty Lee Betrayal, 0 reverser. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a avatar character and search your deck for an Azula or a Mai Betrayal. Or is it Azula or Mai? Yes. And then you have the Aang Firebending Misfire. You can, when this card is placed on stage, all opponents' center stage character max 500, and then you can sack this, discard a card and choose avatar character in your waiting room, return to your hand. Aang Protecting Ba Sing Se. If you have another World of Avatar character, this card gets 3,000 power, and when this battle opponent becomes reversed, you can put the top card of your opponent's clock in your waiting room and put that character into your clock, so it kills it into clock. This is a level 0 cost. This is a cost 0. Cost 0 clock bomber. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a card. If you do, choose a avatar character in your clock, return it to your hand. And then 4 copies of Toph, the Blind Bandit. When you use an act, it gets plus 1,500 power until end turn. It has a climax combo with skillful display on attack. If you have 2 or more avatar characters, you can discard a card. If you do, perform the following action 2 times. Put the top card of your deck into your waiting room. Choose a level X or lower avatar character in your waiting room, return it to your hand. And then 4 copies of Aang Learning Avatar State. Essentially just gives this becomes a trigger if you have a climax. So it becomes whatever trigger you have in the climax zone. And has alarm. If you have 4 or more characters, you get a blind stock. And then 2 copies of Azula Sinister Scheme. If all your characters are avatar, this card gets plus 500 power and encore. And when this card attacks, you sack another avatar character from the stage and put it into the waiting room. Usually sack the Sokka to get additional attack. You have Ty Lee Popular, assists plus X power. X equals to the level of that character times 100. And has a resonate effect where you can choose one of your opponent's characters and that character gets the following ability on turn. During this card's battle, your opponent cannot play event or backups from hand, so it denies backups and events. You have level 3 Toph, which is primarily a stock wash, and when it direct attacks, you get a stock back. You have Aang, the Importance of Forgiveness, early play, that has power, and you can look at top X to grab a card. And then 4 copies of Azula the Finisher. When this card is placed on stage from hand, you can put the top card of clock in your waiting room. So heal. When this card attacks, this card gets X power. X equals the number of characters your opponent has times 500. And it has a climax combo finisher. When this card battle point reverse, you and if siblings Agikai is in your climax area, you have another Ty Lee. You may pay the cost, which is pay 1 stock, put 1 other character from the stage in your waiting room. If you do, put that character, the battle opponent's character on top of your opponent's deck and deal 3 damage. And of course, I'm running 4 copies of Skillful Display bar combo for the level 1, and 4 copies of Siblings Agni Kai for the level 3. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Check the link in the description below to see an overview of this deck build on EncoreDecks.com.